Welcome back, guys. No props today. So, just pure plain mat work using your body, full body integration, intermediate class. Let's get moving, get those mats ready. So, starting with a little warm up, as we always do, we stand with feet parallel, slightly bent knees, and we're going to just start breathing as we always do in our Pilates classes. So breathing in through the nose, exhale through the mouth as you start rolling your shoulders up and around. 2, 3, and 4, and 5. You can go up to 10 on each direction. Just as a general rule, 10 to 12 is a good start. Less if you need it for your body on the day, or more if you need more lumbering. 10 other way around. As you do this, keep drawing your navel to the spine. Keep breathing laterally through your rib cage. Inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. And just become aware of your stance, the distribution of weight in your feet, every toe pad taking a bit of weight, and then weight through your heel, and finding that midpoint equilibrium between the front of the foot, the back of the foot, that midline, and then from there onwards, feeling that your knees, your hips, your shoulders, ears, everything stacked along your plumb line. Hugging those ribs in, we're going to go into a little roll down, chin towards the chest. Always keep the knees slightly bent. Connection in the tummy rolling down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to roll up. Scoop that tailbone underneath you, lifting through the belly and returning to the top. Take an inhale, exhale, just like this, feeling the stretch between each disc, each intervertebral disc, opening up those spaces even more as you stretch, lumbering up, allowing the muscles around the trunk to engage, to support that spine, to support your shoulder girdle. Inhale, exhale, rolling down, and fingers reaching to the ground. This time we're going to bend and stretch the legs. So bending and stretching as much as you can just to loosen up the backs of the legs, spreading the toes on the floor as you in that roll down. Look at your feet. See that your second, third toe and your knee line is in a similar line, that they're going in the same direction, not knocking in or out on the knee, just generally aligning the bones for better posture. Up to 10 of these. Weight slightly more into the fronts of the feet to open up those hamstrings. And then you can also add a one leg bend, other leg straight, pushing into the side of the hip. Remember, we're warming up, so we're not really focusing too much on keeping the hip stable. We're just pushing into the side of the hip, getting that stretch down the outside of the leg. 10 to 20, just getting the body moving, getting the blood moving, heating the body up. 10, and we bend both knees, we tuck the tail, we roll through the spine, coming all the way to the top. We're going to start working through those feet, start working on balance, very important. Exhale to rise up onto the toes, inhale to drop those heels. Exhale up and down. And as you do this, you want to feel like you're just touching those heels down and raising them up. Keep rib hip connection throughout your movement. 5, 6, keep going. Working that calf muscle, feeling blood pumping through that calf muscle, up the back of the leg, into the glutes, through up to the spine. So feel that chain reaction, that knock-on effect of warming up the ankles, and then that getting you into the rest of your body, core, getting mind-body connection going, which is obviously always important in Pilates. Up to 20 of these. These are great for the ankles. And as you do that, just make sure your ankle bones are aligned, that you're trying to go knees, toes, ankles, knees, all the way up to the hips, that they're in a similar line. We don't want those feet hanging out to the side as you do this. Okay, I'm sure I've done about 20 of these now. And we're going to go one heel up, other heel down, and change over. And try and keep the hip level level. Also, we're not sitting into one hip. In other words, we're not pushing out to the side. We're leveling off those hips. And 10, 9, 8, 7, pulling the navel to the spine. Energy through the crown of the head. 3, 2, 1. And we go rising all the way up onto high heels. I want you to drop the heel half down, half down, and up. 3. Exhale with each movement. Focus on your posture, shoulders wide and long. Lift up through that pubis. Think of zipping up your jeans. I always think of that. Zipping up pubis to belly button. That generally keeps the tail long to the floor and gets you into the core. And you'll feel your balance also probably improving if you do that. And 10, just half down, half up. Okay, good. Now we're going to stay up at the top there and we're going to roll the spine down. So as high a heel as you can manage, watch those ankles that they stay in the same line, pulling the belly button to the spine, rolling through the vertebra, keep the shoulders open and wide, staying on tiptoes as best you can. So you've got to do it nice and slowly, otherwise you won't be staying on tiptoes. Taking a breath in, and you may bend your knees here if you need to, but try and roll as far down as you can, pulling navel to spine, bringing yourself up to the top. Okay. Second one, so we're rolling down, chin towards the chest, heavy head, neck, and shoulders. Oops, yeah, I'm falling over. You just try and keep holding on to those ankles, stabilizing them, opening neck and shoulders, taking a breath in, big exhale, tuck the tail, lifting through the belly, and roll the spine up to the top. Here we go. Now, plank position, hands underneath the shoulders, opening up the neck, scooping through the pelvic, also closure in the ribs. We're going to press, pushing through the toes forward and back, stretching those calves and Achilles as you push back, forward and back, energy through the crown of the head. Lift out of your wrists. Let's do 4 of them. Then we're going to bend and stretch the knees 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Shoulder shrugs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's find our way back. I want you to try and keep on tiptoes as you get to the back. Connection in the tummy, tuck the tail, roll the spine up to the top. And we're going to repeat that. Inhale, exhale, rolling down. Heavy head, neck, and shoulders all the way to the ground. Walking forward in our plank, lift out of your wrists. We don't sit in our wrists. We're always lifting up, making ourselves lighter. We're going to go push forward and back, working through those shoulders. 3, rib to hip connection. 4, and we touch and lift those knees. Squeeze the inner thigh, squeeze the glutes as you touch these knees down. You're trying to keep your back stable. So not dropping the hips. Balance a cup of water on your back. Shoulder shrugs. 4 times out of the shoulder joints. It's a retraction and a protraction of the shoulder. You've done classes with me. You've definitely have done these before. Tuck the tail, scoop through the belly, roll through the spine. Scoop, scoop deep and connect. And all the way up to the top. To do 1 more inhale. And we go exhale, rolling down. Belly button to the spine. Rolling to the floor, walking forward, and we go again, push and pull. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We go touching knees and lift. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Shoulder shrugs. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Last one to find our way back on tiptoes. Feel the connection in your abs, open neck and shoulders as you scoop through the belly. Use the back of the legs to roll all the way up to the top. From there, we're going to just find our way back to our mat to come to a kneeling position. So we're going to roll down once more, and we're going to find our way onto hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat stretcher, so you're going to tip the tail under. So our cat stretch starts from our tailbone. Tailbone tips towards the floor. Tummy sucks up against the spine. It's a chain reaction all the way through the vertebra up to the neck, head, shoulders. Press the earth away with your hands and your shins to gain some traction and lift an elevation out of the shoulders and the hips. From there, we tip the tailbone up towards the sky. Again, it's a ripple effect, knock-on effect through that spine one at a time. Become aware of that sequential movement in your spine. Very important in this position, ladies and gentlemen. We've got belly button to the spine. Okay, so it's not a relaxed position. You're actively lifting through that core. So it actually becomes a core exercise. It's not just a spinal stretch, it's a core exercise at the same time, the cat stretch. There we go. And then we're going to go tailbone underneath you again, one vertebra at a time. Ripple effect, same feeling. Pressing the earth away, lift out of your wrists and your shins. Inhale, exhale, tipping the tailbone up to the back of the neck and shoulders. To the front, let's do one more, tucking the tail under, lifting through the belly. And squeeze. Keep this last position for me, opening up the neck and shoulders. You're going to tuck the tail and press back. I'm just doing 4 for demonstration purposes. Guys, you're going to go up to 8, 10 of these movements if you need to practice or you want a bit more stretching. So pushing back with your tailbone, hugging the ribs up against the spine, shins into the floor, hands tractioning forward. The feeling is that you're splitting your mat in 2 halves. Front half, pushing the hands forward, back half, push back by the shins. Okay? And that gives you traction. That gives you openness in that lower back, lifting tummy away from the legs, trying to keep away from the legs with the tummy and away from the heels with the bum cheeks, and bring yourself up. Inhale. That's actually a very nice stretch if you get the technique right. Exhale, pressing back. And this is my 4th one. I'm just doing 4s for demonstration purposes. Do as many as you can or want, guys. Up to you for your body on the day. Take accountability for your body. Okay. Variation on the theme. Your feet go wide, your knees knock in, you tip your tailbone, scoops through the pelvis, and we go into the stretch. Again, internal rotation through the hips while we stretch that lower back. You might feel it more in your groin this time around. Not necessarily have to feel it. You'll feel it where your body needs the stretch or feels a bit tighter. Exhaling and inhaling. And we go. Big exhale. 3. And up. Last one. Big exhale. 4. And coming back up. And you can just align the legs straight up. Press back into a child pose or rest position. And you can also just stretch your wrists for me there. Coming off. Okay, so into our abdominal exercises. Oh, you're going to sit up nice and tall for me, and you're going to connect the tummy, open up the shoulders and the neck. We're going to tip our tailbone underneath us and slowly roll the vertebra back, one at a time, to the lumbar spine, squeezing inner thighs and ankles together, tipping the pelvis, scooping the pelvis. You should not feel this in your back, guys. If you are, maybe just get a bit of a towel to just cushion your back as you go back and down underneath your back there. If it's still very tight, you might have to restrict how far you go down just to increase, to make a slight imprint and back. If there's underlying disc conditions that make the spine not feel too great, then you might want to skip this. Up to you. Your body will give you feedback, so listen to that. Take a breath in and big exhale. Squeeze the glutes. Try and draw the belly button to the spine. Open up the neck and shoulders. Inhale. Big exhale to roll up, hands behind legs. As I said, I'm doing 4s. You do more if you need to stop the video to finish your movements and then continue. Tuck and scoop. Inhale and exhale to roll up. 2 more to go. Inhale and we go. Exhale. Energy through crown of the head. We're not dropping or sinking. We're elongating it and extending the spine. There we go. Inhale. Big exhale to curl up. And last one, inhale, big exhale, imprint, deep and scoop, connect, closing the ribs, rolling to that lumbar spine. Keep squeezing the glutes. We're going to exhale to stretch those arms out to the side. Inhale. If that's too hard for you, you do single arm stretches, one at a time. Exhale, I'm doing 2 arms, a little bit harder to do. And to keel over, you might have to come higher up with your body to keep your balance, squeeze your glutes. That's 4. And we're going to go different variation, arms up and overhead and forward down. Connection in the tummy. Exhale, arms up and overhead, forward down. And we go exhale, 3, overhead and forward down. And we go 4, overhead and forward down. Taking a connection in the tummy and rolling up one vertebra at a time and all the way to the top. Good. A little bit warmer in that spine. Taking a breath in, exhale, tip the tail under. Next variation, you're going to roll back down, squeezing the glutes, and you're going to flex the toes and turn them slightly out into a small V position. Okay. Lots of tummy connection. You're going to send those legs away and forward. Keep the connection in the tummy. Bring your upper body higher up if you're feeling lower back strain. Inhale to drag those heels along the mat. Big exhale. Squeeze the seat. Lift yourself out of your hips. Follow our tummy. Inhale. Bring the heels back. Big exhale. 3. And inhale. Big exhale. 4. We're going to hold that position and we're going to do scissoring arms. I'm doing 4s. You go as many as you wish. 3. Scissoring arms. 4. There we go. Keeping the connection in the tummy and bringing the arms forward. Then we're going to do little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, exhale, pull the heels back. Grab the backs of the legs and roll yourself up to the top. And you can do that set 2 or 3 more times. Okay, I'm going to just do one more set. Taking an inhale, exhale, tip the tail under, energy through crown of the head, scoop deep and squeeze, connect. Feel the glutes activating, lots of tummy connection. We are going to stretch the heels away and pulling them back in using abdominal connection to hollow out tummy. The tummy is bubbling up. The tummy is doming. Something's going wrong. I want to see a hollowed out tummy. And no, it does not have to do with any fatty bits or flesh. It's got to do with you activating your tummy muscles. You can see the difference in the shape of your tummy when you're activating it and when you're just relaxing or using the muscles incorrectly. That is 4, connection in the tummy. Holding the legs straight, arms go forward from there. We're going to do scissoring arms going 1, going 2, 3, and 4. Arms go forward, pulses 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to drag those heels back, hands at the back of the legs, curling the spine all the way up. That's your sequence. 4 of each, up to 8, up to 10 of each little sequence repetition. From there, we're going to roll all the way down to the ground. And we're going to bring our hands supporting the neck up nice and high, elbows forward, keeping the connection in the time. Make your head hang heavy into your hands. We deepen our abdominals. We're going to do imprint and neutral pelvis. So we start in our neutral. We see that those hips are lying flat, hip bones and pubis in the same line. And I mean in a horizontal line when I say that. And then you change that position by lifting the pubis higher than the hip line into an imprint, hollowed out tummy, and back to your neutral position. Your chest stays at your base height. Exhale to imprint and inhale back to your neutral position. Shoulder blades just off the floor. And exhale, 3. And neutral. And we go exhale, 4. And neutral up to 10, just getting you into your transverse abdominal muscles, those deeper seated abdominals, waking them up. Use your breath with each movement. And back to neutral. And we go 6. And neutral. And we go 7. And neutral. And we go 8. And neutral. 2 more. And 9. And chest stays on the same height. Last one. 10. And we go neutral pelvis. Okay. From here, we're going to Bring the chest up, keeping the connection in the tummy. You can maintain your neutral if your back's happy to do so. Otherwise, some of us might need a bit of an imprint, a bit of a squeeze through the bum cheeks, because we're going to lift the legs off the floor. So to support your lower back, your hip flexors, to offload them a little bit, go into an imprint if that's what your body needs. Otherwise, try and maintain neutral. Lifting right leg, left leg up to tabletop. You're going to bring your heels together, toes apart in a small V position. Frog position, chest stays high. We're going to exhale, stretch those legs out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, bend 90 degrees, not here, guys. 90 degrees. Make sure you work your tummy harder. Big exhale. Inhale. If your back's sore, then obviously you can bring your knees in. But that's only if there's underlying issues. Last one, stretch out. So we're going to lower those legs, squeeze the seat, and lift up. I'm working from my glutes here. I'm trying to support my hip flexors by activating my glutes, and obviously I'm working my tummy. I'm going as low as I can support my back. 4 more if you want. There you go. Then your 100 breaths. Arms come down on the side. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Free up your neck in your hundreds. You pulse from your armpits. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands back behind the head. Start with your frogs again. If in your hundreds your neck gets tired, you can do with one hand behind the head. But remember, you're also training how to not use your neck when you do abdominal exercise. So make sure that you're working your abs and not compensating by pulling onto your neck. Okay, so we're going to go exhale, stretch, inhale, bend. Chest at your best height, squeeze the seat, and we go 3, and we go 4, and we're going to go lower the legs. Exhale to lift. 1, chest at your best height, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 2, and squeeze the seat, inhale, exhale to lift. 3, last one, inhale, exhale to lift. 4, arms come down on the side, chest high, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 100 breaths, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Number 2, you can go up to 3 sets. Okay, so 4 of each, 4 frogs, 4 extensions with the legs 4 times 100 breath pulses, 2 to 3 sets. Keep going. Ball like a ball. So ankles together, knees slightly apart, reaching your arms down to your ankle joints. Make sure you've got space behind you to roll down. Remember, with roll like a ball, you're articulating your spine. And the feeling is that you're slowing the momentum down as you go back. Body weight will obviously, gravity will pull you down. You slow down by using your core, your tummy muscles coming off the tailbone and delaying the rocking back. And the rocking then just to the tips of the shoulder blades to catch yourself back up. You have to keep your back round, body like a ball. Scoops through the pelvis, slow the roll down, down. Tips of the shoulders touch and back up. Your head never touches the floor. You only move up to the shoulder girdle. Belly button to spine, drawing in against the spine. And the feeling of your back on the floor, it's like you're massaging those fillets of the spine, the erector spinae muscles running up and down the leg, the back. Inhaling and exhaling, rocking back. And catching yourself up. Good. 4. I'm just going to do 4. You go up to 8 to 10. Deepen abdominal. Squeeze your seat. Slow the movement down. Rocking. And back up. Okay. Then we're also going to do open leg rocker. So a little bit more challenging. Grabbing your ankles. Strong hands on the ankles. That position you maintain. And it's the same principle. Rolling off your tailbone. Slowing the movement down. Belly button to the spine. Also do with the slightly bent knees. Rock to your shoulders. Use your core to bring you up onto your sitting bones and lifting tall in your back. trying to control the movement. So you can also do this with bent knees, but your arms are straight and grabbing and holding onto those ankles for dear life. Okay, so scoop and tip, a bit more challenging. Off those sitting bones, use the core, open up the shoulder blades to the tips of the shoulders, belly button to spine, catching yourself at the top, finding that balance. Inhale, exhale, off sitting bones, connect the tummy, keep control, tips of the shoulder blades, and back. Whoopsie. You keep rocking back. If you fall back like I just did, you keep rocking until you find that. Don't give up. Just keep moving until you find your sitting bones. Inhale, exhale. Belly button to the spine. Scoop deep and connect. Rocking back to the tips of the shoulder blades. And find your sitting bones up to the top. You can do as many as you like. Open leg rocker.